Rugby Championship National Sevens Tournament on the line here. Next up, we've got Springfield taking on Denver. Again, 1 and 2 seeds out of the West division of the bracket. We already saw the number 2 Slippery Rock. The Rock was able to punch their ticket into the championship, and now it's time to see who will play them later on today. Tim Wilkes and Craig Wilson taking you through all the action. And Craig, we've got an excellent matchup here between these two potent squads. Both these teams always up near the top in D3.
Oh, you've got it, Springfield, Denver. This is a classic matchup, a national matchup, semi-final. Let's see who comes out on top.
Take here for Springfield. Out to the right-hand side they come. Again, the Springfield squad runners up last year in 2025 and in 2022, so looking for that championship glory here. This one kicked through. Off to the left here, but we're going to come back. We'll have a penalty here for Springfield, or for Denver, when we come back. But Craig, so far these two 30 seconds in, not a lot going either way. Let's see who can push through for our first try of the match.
Yeah, penalty there for pulling back just as that kick went through. Pulled them back, a little bit cynical there, but it gives them a chance to launch their own starter play attack.
So off the left-hand side, here comes Springfield. Right into the teeth of the defense. That was McLaughlin. And back left. This one into contact, but relentless defense shoves him back a little further. Back outside the 22 now. They'll recharge. Drag defenders up over the 22-meter line. Taking out the back here. That's Primrose with it. Here for Springfield. Still inside the 22. Good ball retention. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the first half of action. This D3 semifinal. Championship glory on the line. They'll swim through the defense here. Corderi, number 5, out with it. Spin it again. Good 5-6 phases already into this one, but a huge collision. Big time tackle coming up. That's Benjamin Hyman out of Longmont, Colorado. Big collision and jars it loose out of play.
Seriously good defense there from Denver. Not only was it the individual tackles putting on pressure, it was the connection that they had. It was a full line. They really jammed up between the 15-meter line, so it was difficult for Springfield to get any momentum. And then when that opportunity to get a big shot on there, Benjamin Hyman, number 13, he took his opportunity, won the ball back for his team.
Denver here, the Pioneers inside their own 22, had a 19-0 defeat of Susquehanna yesterday. Also took down the Duke Blue Devils. Punched their ticket here again as the number 2 seed out of the West. On the other side, Springfield, the number 1 seed, perennial powerhouse, put up over 24 points in both their matches yesterday, as this one gets knocked forward, and it'll be a 5-meter scrum. So Craig, almost the entire 2.5 minutes played deep inside Denver's territory, and an opportunity now to maybe pound this one home for Springfield.
Yeah, Denver, they just got going from side to side there, particularly when you're close to your try line. You really want to be getting a big, quick hit up in the middle, because that then asks questions of the defense, which creates space. Right there, that was really simple for Springfield. They put pressure on, and my word, if you look right here, there is a lot of space. I wonder if the scrum half's going to take it.
Pride decided to come back with it. That's Jacob Mello. Dishes off the left-hand side, but a beautiful run. Nathan Master dashes his way through out of Watertown, Massachusetts to get the first try on the board for the Pride.
Oh, who needs a lot of space when you got Nathan Master on your team? Just watch this running line there from left. There's not a ton of room here. Just watch his footwork. Left step, right, oh, another left step. Then he powers off his right, and then he puts his head down and goes. There was not a lot of room there. Just look at that. He was even quick. Even the cameraman couldn't keep up. That was wonderful play there from Master to score and under a lot of traffic and a lot of pressure.
Really, Craig, as we mentioned, we had the build-up there. They had a good 6-7 phases going side to side with it. And so with that, over and over again, they had the whole defense flowing outside. And as you mentioned, a couple of inside steps took them to the promised land, their first try of the match. And it's Springfield up 7-0. Denver with the restart. Takes that in securely. Hyman off to the right-hand side, but can't find much space. Check out the defense here. First time we've seen a couple of phases strung together. Burst through the gap there, but couldn't quite come out of it. There's the inside ball over to Brown. A couple of beautiful offloads, gets him in enemy territory, but it's finally coughed up. And Springfield have it. They've gotten possession back. Possible knock-on coming through all of it. As things kind of fall apart, they're a little discombobulated, but we'll reset with the scrum for Springfield.
You can see what Denver were trying to do. They did move the ball, but this time, when they decided to put the hammer down, they went straight, and that's what then stops the defense either drifting or sitting, as we see an injury. But it was a great offloading game there from Denver. Maybe just pushed it that little bit too much, but offloading is in Denver's DNA. It's how they like to play the game. It's high risk, it's high reward. As we look back here, this is where it was slightly different. No space, so it's that step through, and you see how that draws in two defenders, offloading. That's totally fine, no issues there. Great ball handling, another fantastic offload here, and you can see what he was trying to do. Maybe just needed to make a little bit more eye contact, but it's in their DNA to try and light it up and attack. Much better from Denver.
A little bit of a hope and a prayer there, and it looks like Springfield have definitely done their homework, coached by Luke Sauls and Ryu Morinaka, as that was big number 6, Anthony Rice, has 4 tries on the weekend. He is the most potent player for Denver, so not surprising to see them come in with a double tackle to really make sure they secure that. But it opened up some gaps. So Denver shows their potency here, but again, keep an eye out for number 6 for Denver with 4 tries already. That's Anthony Rice out of Steubenville, Ohio.
And that's what happens when... Sorry there, Tim, just thinking about those offloads. One way to stop that, you have to get people defensively in the passing channels in and around. But what that automatically does, it brings 2 players onto one. So if you don't get that quite right, or you don't get your tackle height right, where you're actually stopping the ball and the offload, that's where you can create a lot of space. So this is where Denver can be really dangerous. But as mentioned earlier, it's also high risk. If it doesn't go to hand, that's where Springfield can really just mop it up, be there, stay connected, and then live off those scraps. But so far, so good from both teams. They're giving it a good go. 7-0 is probably a fair reflection as we look on someone who's going to get a bit of patchwork done on him. But this is a finely poised game still.
Again, just 1 try on the books. Nathan Master, number 11, got his 2nd try of the weekend. And it's really a very equal Springfield side. They've got 5 different guys that have scored tries, the most that we've kind of seen from a team. So they're spreading out the love. 3 different guys leading the team with 2 tries. So pick your poison here. Denver's played some good defense so far, but 150 left here in the first half. Again, everything on the line. A berth to the championship against Slippery Rock. To be had to the victor. Nice little dummy there. Keeps going, Nathan Master. But was held, did not release, and now it's Denver, their first big-time action in enemy territory over the left-hand side. They'll bring this one down to Galley. Spin it back over to the right, through the hands of R. Back and forth they come. Selfers dishes it off to Gray. Gray takes it into contact. A lot of pass in there, didn't crack the code there, didn't make too many meters, but now he'll try on the far side of the pitch. Here's Hyman again, team's 2nd leading try scorer. Dishes it off, now gets it back on the outside. A little bit of space there, into contact, but a great tackle from Primrose. Slows him down just outside the 22-meter line. Back on the attack, here comes Galley again, but knocked on. Big time tackle, sends that one a good 15 meters back, so we'll come back, no advantage gain there. It'll be a scrum to Denver.
Yeah, just a knock on in the tackle there from Springfield, but beautiful defense. Their line speed was excellent there. They weren't exactly making the most dominant tackles, but that doesn't matter. Every time there was a ruck and there was an offside line, first of all, they got back, and then they were racing off the line, connected, 3 or 4 men, Springfield men working together. So that just kept forcing Denver inside to where the heavy defensive traffic is, and that's why they just couldn't get any momentum. They do have an opportunity here, midfield scrum, dangerous attacking position.
It's Benjamin Hyman, scrum half, out of Longmont, Colorado. Takes it off to the right-hand side. Nice little step in the dirt. back in the middle, spins this one out to the outside. It's scooped up, backwards says the referee, and Peter Gray's gonna take it the distance. Questionable dot down though. Did he get it? Let's listen in.
Instruction or something. Not clearly. Okay.
Try awarded. There's the pass off from Hyman. Hits his target, and Denver is on the board first thanks to Peter Gray, his first of the tournament.
Yeah, well worked. That all came from that offloading game once again. It was Hyman who managed to get the ball away, just popped it into space, it bounced off the ground, and then a really good finish there. Well, you can see the Springfield players aren't happy. They're calling for obstruction. Referee says, no, we're happy with it, so we play on. And this has made it a really interesting game going into halftime.
Kick up and good as well, so we will take the quick break. Both teams with a try, neck to neck. We've got this one. We'll step aside with the second half coming when we return.
No. Hit past the ball. Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We usually do a shorter sevens trip in the spring, but nothing abroad that I've been a part of. So this is a much bigger step up for everyone. You learn a lot, the players learn a lot. They learn about themselves probably more so than anything else, but it's a great way to get the guys coming together. You know, we had a mix of A side, B side, forwards, backs, experienced, unexperienced, and they're all a lot closer now than they were before. From the game, from the experience, from seeing a new country all together. It was great. It's great to see them all come together.
Welcome back to the Maryland Soccerplex, home of the 2026 NCR's College Rugby Championship. We've got the D3 semifinal here. Springfield on top by 2 over Denver University. The victor of this one will take on Slippery Rock later this afternoon in the D3 National Championship. Right now it's Springfield with it in the white shorts, Denver in the red. Tim Wilkes and Craig Wilson taking you through all the action. And Craig, Denver comes through at the end. Not a lot of possession, but they made it count at the end to get that 5 on the board.
Absolutely, just as they're putting pressure on here defensively. This is such a tight game, Tim.
And stuff now, Springfield having to find something to do with it. They come back to the near side, but again, that door gets slammed shut. Great work from Kai R that time on the defensive end, and now they get the turnover ball as they were off their feet in that last ruck. A huge penalty and an opportunity for Denver.
Yeah, that is a massive penalty there. Dean for sealing off, not holding his feet there. And correctly, Denver have called for the scrum. And why this is important, that really manipulates the defense. Denver would have some starter plays which will automatically be designed to create overlaps and mismatches in the defense. So a scrum in sevens could be completely dangerous, as you see there, number 9. Silic, he's in and behind there, so that is now behind the scrum. That has brought an extra defender over, and now whatever way they swing, there's going to be an overlap.
Silic, big 6'2". He takes this one, they go off to the left-hand side. Looping pass, gets this one back to Hyman. But a good job closing the door on the outside by Springfield. Stingy defensive effort here in the second half. Now they'll spin it out right-hand side. Galley with a little bit of a switch. Finds Selfers. 10 meters away. But an offsides call from a previous phase will send him back onto the goal line. 8 meters away now. And again, Craig, Hyman chooses the scrum. Solid defense. The Springfield squad is going to be tested again.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the right decision to go from the scrum early. You saw what they were trying to do, swing round left late. But what happened, Denver, they just started a little bit too narrow, and that allowed the push defense from Springfield to get over. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. You see number 7 there, Peter Gray in the midfield. Can he stand a little bit wider? That stretches the defense, that creates holes in the middle.
And a little hargy-bargy there. Both teams probably complaining the other one infringed there, but we'll reset correctly here from the referee. Another put in for Denver. It's the Pioneers, the number 2 seed. Looking to get into the championship. Strong push, but they're able to pull it out of there. Now Hyman restarts the charge. Off to the right-hand side to Silic. Silic dragging a defender with him. Great tackle by Primrose. Back to the left they come. Nice offload. One more on the outside is there and cleanly in. Connor Selfers out of Old Saybrook, Connecticut brings them back and gives Denver the lead.
Beautiful play there, absolutely superb catch and pass, but it all came from those forwards who were in the scrum. What they did, as the play went to the midfield, they reloaded back on the blind side to be viable attacking options, and that allowed them just to go into that catch pass, beautifully well executed. So the midfield hit there. Everyone who was involved in the scrum is now on the left-hand side, and just watch this catch pass. That good running angle there, and see how it's turned in the hips of the defense. Beautiful, and that's where it's so important not just to do your job in the scrum, but to reload to then be ready for attack. Excellent work there from Denver. They've been looking good this second half.
It's Kai R, the number 3 out of Woodacre, California, with the beautiful assist to give Denver the lead. 10-7, 2 unanswered tries here, and this time offsides. The call is that one was knocked on and then picked up by an offsides player, and so we've got another opportunity. Denver fully penning in the penning in the Pride here in the second half.
Yeah, this one is really unfortunate as a rugby player. It's just all instinctual. What happened when there was a contest at the line out, there was a knock on from Springfield, and then it was deemed that a Springfield player then played it from an offside position. Therefore, the offside penalty is given. But this is just eating the clock up for a Springfield point of view, and another starter play for Denver.
Almost all of the action here in Springfield territory, and now a beautiful space out. Anthony Rice, leading try scorer, shows them why. Give him a little gap, and he takes it the distance. 3 unanswered tries for Denver. Anthony Rice gets number 5 on the weekend.
Oh, brilliant play from Denver, and that was just getting the danger man, Anthony Rice, in a position to do what he does best. See how they gave him 15 meters and he just goes on a beautiful outside arc. That is an athlete in motion there. Just watch that. Right arm is pumping, the left arm is keeping that ball nice and tucked. That is an absolutely beautiful play. Just giving your danger men an opportunity to do what they do best, and that's exactly what Denver did there. 2 scrums, 2 tries.
Great work on the outside. Anthony Rice, 6 foot 175, counseling psychology grad student, showing his experience out there as we take one more look.
Oh, just all the camera angles. Awesome work from Next Level Rugby. Just watch this. It was like running a bend on the track. It was just beautifully poised, great balance, and he gets a well-deserved try.
So now with 15 unanswered points, it's Springfield. Runners up in last year, runners up in 22. Again, trying to push over the line right now. Down by 8 points. They need at least 2 scores to get back into this one. Space on the right-hand side. They try to slam that door shut. Couldn't get around the defense, but great offloads keep things moving for the Pride. Now some space there. Right up the gut they come. Kyle McLaughlin over the 22-meter line. Support arrives just in time. Good work from Barnaby to secure possession. Now center of the pitch. to go right now, back to the left. They've got numbers out here. 4 players dishing it back and forth, and the high tackle's coming here. There's the quick tap coming from Barnaby. Around he comes, 5 meters out. Big time collision, jars this one loose. Scramble for it, and Springfield's got possession back again. Still 5 meters away. They need to strike quick. Mello picks it up, dashes forward, and dots it down. Jacob Mello, his 3rd try of the tournament.
Oh, if you're Springfield, maybe you ignore the kick. You just go back and see if there's time for the kickoff. Just as we look back at this try here, the offloading game was beautiful. I wonder if they're going to go for the kick because they're 3 points down. It looks like the last play is coming up. You do have an opportunity to ignore it. Oh, there's not time to take the kick off. Just as you thought Springfield might have one more opportunity. They gave it their all, but it wasn't to be.
So our D3 final is set. Slippery Rock taking on Denver University. We'll have that match for you later. We're about to switch gears. D2 coming up next.